Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, kick this thing off, giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High God Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach, Muhammad Yahweh Shai. Want to give a strong shalom to all the brothers who are doing everything they got to do, staying 10 toes, grounded in his walk, going out there feeding the sheep, praying, fasting, leading the household. Give a strong shalom to all the sisters who are holding the household down as well, taking care of the children, taking care of the house, making sure that, the family is moving in the right spirit. Strong shalom to all the strong children in this thing who are staying focused, being better than their peers, man, being better than our former selves, man, our former generations. But I just wanted to do a quick daily bread today, man, because I was kind of thinking, I'm sitting there working, overnight tonight. We kind of taking care of the roads during this big snowstorm, man. And it kind of got me just thinking about how, the people of this land, man, they abuse this. They abuse the land, man. It's not like the days of when we were in rulership and we had the year of the Jubilee where kind of, land gets some rest every 7 years, man. This thing runs nonstop. So even though we out here just plowing the roads, I mean, there's people that's at gas stations, there's restaurants open. This place never actually gets a rest, man. And this ain't how the Lord commanded us to even move in these last days. I'm going to kick this thing off with 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 5. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. The Lord told us, man, we children of the daytime, man. We supposed to be out there when the sun is up. When it's nighttime, you kind of notice how a lot of insects come out that ain't normally out. It's a lot of animals that roam the earth that, aren't normally out there during the daytime, when it's, quote unquote heavy traffic. That this is the time where the beasts are supposed to roam the earth, man. We not supposed to be just out here in the middle of the night like this, man. Like, this is kind of madness. This place just doesn't get a break at all. But the beautiful thing about it is knowing that one day all this is going to change. Like, this is not the end all be all. This is not what we're going to have to deal with through forever, throughout eternity, throughout the rest of our existence. One day things are going to change, man. And I'm not talking about how, like, Obama used to be all for change, man, because he changed everything on the left-hand side. The Lord is dealing with change on the right-hand side. I'm going to go to book of Psalms chapter 96, and I'm going to start at verse number 10. Say among the heathen that the Lord reigneth. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. And we got to proclaim it from the housetops, man, that the Lord runs this. Like, Esau don't run nothing. Even though we may have to go to him, and kind of hunger, and thirst and want of all things, like the curses tell us, we know that the Lord still reigneth, man. And with that, verse 11 said, let the heavens rejoice and let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar and the fullness thereof. Let the field be joyful and all that is therein. Then shall all the trees of the wood rejoice. See that? Said before the Lord, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth. So when the Lord actually comes back and judge this world, man, kind of purge out all the sin, purge out all the wickedness, all the vanity that is in this world, man, said the land is going to rejoice. You're going to look outside and see the trees, just blowing in the wind. And not because, it's cold outside and the leaves then died off. And the land is actually going to be rejoicing. The trees are going to be rejoicing. The grass is going to rejoice. Because like I was saying, in this day and age, man, it's a lot of they got new communities being built. They kind of taking down all the forest areas. All this land of so-called America, in spiritual Babylon, So they just sit here and just build and build and build, and they taking down all the trees, man. All the, not knowing that the we actually benefit from the things of this world, man. We get our oxygen and stuff, from trees. The trees make paper, make firewood, and they just sit here and just kill it down and make it all for naught, man. And that's why the Lord has to judge this place. He got to get rid of all the wickedness that is here. I'm gonna go to the book of Isaiah. Go to chapter 14. A lot of times we bring this out on the highways and byways a lot. Well, the beginning of this chapter, kind of going into how the Lord is going to have mercy on Jacob. He's finally going to get us out of captivity and put us back in rulership, man, and show these people what it really takes to rule the land, man, to rule the kingdom. But I'm going to jump down a couple verses. Isaiah 14, I'm going to start at 7. It said, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. That's how you know that this is a future prophecy, because the land isn't at peace right now. The land isn't rejoicing right now. The grass isn't rejoicing. The trees isn't rejoicing. Hey, man, the people ain't even rejoicing. Everybody kind of walking around depressed, angry, stressed out, just ready to crash out on a daily basis, man. We kind of see it, especially around these folly days, man. When you go in the store, man, and it's like being on a highway in rush hour traffic. Everybody just in a rush to go nowhere. They out celebrating failure. Like this place is doomed, man, and is soon to come to an end. I'm gonna read that again. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. And we know the earth ain't quiet now. Just like I was saying, we plowing these roads. It's the middle of the night. You got these loud trucks just going up and down the street. They got the plows on the ground, just making all this noise. The trucks are going. Hey, it's semis still, dropping off, they loads everywhere, whether it be produce, stopping at gas stations, gotta restock the storage, man. It's all kinds of people just running to and fro. This earth is still noisy at damn, so-called 5 a.m. This is madness, man. Verse 8 say, yeah, and the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. So nothing is going to be able to come up against it anymore. The land is going to be so at rest and just at peace that they ain't even going to have to worry about, the trees ain't going to have to worry about being chopped down. Ain't going to have to worry about being turned into the next condo, being turned in, into the next stack of paper. As the trees are actually going to be there to do what they do, man. The birds kind of feed off of the trees. Insects kind of feed off of the trees. It was just a few months ago, we had that big plague come through, man, where it was cicadas everywhere. And, heathens, they kind of studying the cicadas, kind of wondering what they be doing when they on the trees, man, not knowing that they actually feeding off the sap and off the bark of the tree, man, getting its nutrients. Everything feeds off of the land. The land is here for the people, man, but people are wicked, and they just downright just use everything, man. Just destroy everything. Just take advantage of it. Verse 9 say, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nation. And we already know that it said that the scriptures say that, the dead in Christ gonna rise first, man. The earth is gonna be so happy when the Lord judges this place, man, that it's actually gonna spew the bodies back out, man. Kind of got them walking back on earth, man. But they're gonna be returned back to the Lord. They finally gonna be at peace. That's what we always say now when when somebody passed and you be like, hey, rest in peace, it be like, because they body is finally at peace. They ain't got to get up and work a 9 to 5, ain't got to pay taxes, ain't got to worry about bills, ain't got to worry about baby mama, baby daddy drama no more, ain't got to worry about judgmental family, ain't got to deal with, the cares and affairs of this life, man. But none of this stuff is written just one time in the scriptures. So the Lord kind of, deals with repetition. Because that's the way that we learn everything. It's through repetition. I'm going to go to Jeremiah chapter 12 and verse 4. Like I said, I've been kind of thinking of this stuff kind of since I came here, man. It's so bad that I had to dip out of camp early because I had to come to the plantation, man, and be here for 12, 13, 14 hours, man. Book of Jeremiah chapter 12 in verse 4 said, how long shall the land mourn and the herbs of every field wither? For the wickedness of them that dwell therein. The beasts are consumed and the birds, because they said, he shall not see our last end. Like I was saying, when they chopping down these trees, the birds can't even get they daily supply, man. Of the food that they kind of store up for when, it's winter and it's a little colder outside. So I'm going to start there from top. How long shall the land mourn? Said the land is in mourning, man. The land is mourning. You can tell that the land is in mourning just by looking at it. You walking up and down the street, man, they lay fresh concrete for a sidewalk, and man, it take maybe a year. It's cracked, starting to break up. You got roots coming from the ground. The concrete kind of, starts to pop up off the ground, man. I said that kind of stuff will even make you fail inspection when it come to like buying a house. You cannot have an occupancy permit because of the land mourning and it's trying to send the roots back up through the ground, man. Because they're not meant to be covered with damn cement, concrete, tar, asphalt. None of this matters, man. We'll jump down a few verses to 11. So Jeremiah 12 and 11, they have made it desolate, and being desolate, it mourneth unto me. Said this whole land is desolate. It's desolate of the truth. It's desolate because it's tired. It's desolate because, like I was saying, they chop down everything. They take the seeds away from the earth. They give you all this GMO fruit, all this stuff that come without seeds. That ain't the natural way that the Lord made this earth, man. This is the way that the wicked have done it, because we already know that the wicked are the ones that are running this place, man. Kind of got their hand in every country. I remember it was just a couple years ago, kind of Africa was going at it with Babylon, man, because, Babylon, they feel like every country need to be ran like it is here in spiritual Babylon. And they was trying to make them do the chemtrails and kind of change the fruits and stuff. And they like, man, we not dealing with that. In most parts of Africa, you can kind of walk and just, grab fruit off a tree and eat it. I mean, you do that here, man, your body might get jammed up, man. All because these people have a hand in everything. They trying to kill you, man. Read again. They have made desolate, and being desolate, it mourneth unto me. The whole land is made desolate, because no man lay it to the heart. Saying they don't even take it to heart. It take a sick individual to even do these kind of things, man. They kind of just treat the earth the way that they do, man. It's madness. I'm going to kind of jump to the New Testament, kind of keep going in this thing, man, because the land is mourning. And like Ecclesiastes 7:7 say, man, oppression make a wise man mad. So we, brothers and sisters kind of getting, well, not kind of, we are tired of it, man. Kind of hate it here. We can't wait for the Lord to come back and judge this place so these precepts that we say can be brought to life, man. But I'm going to go to Romans chapter 8, and I'm going to start at 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. So the earth is actually waiting on the sons of God, waiting on the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the children of the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, to wake up, man. The whole earth is waiting. Say that. For the earnest expectation, man. Expectation is waiting. And it's when you expect something, that's like when you working 40 hours a week, you expect to get paid that third week. You expect to, on that Friday, you expect to open up your banking app, or, kind of go to the bank, however you handle your business, and you expect to, kind of open that thing and be like, all right, whether it's a check in the mail, whether it's direct deposit, you kind of expect to have them wages. The land is earnestly expecting us to wake up, man. Verse 20, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who has subjected the same in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. So we got dominion over everything, and the land is kind of waiting for everything to be restored as in the days of old. The land know that, we're not just going to continue in this wickedness in the day-to-day, activities that we partake in now, man. It said, for the creature, I'm going to read that from the top again. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by the reason of him who has subject the same in hope. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. Everything that the Lord has created, man, which literally is everything you see, everything you can touch, everything you can smell, everything you can taste, everything is made of the Lord, man. I'm gonna read that again. It said, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. The whole land is like a woman that's having birth pains, man. It's just building up, just going through it. It's groaning. That's how we walk on a daily basis, just groaning. The alarm clock go off. Oh, here we go. Getting traffic. Everybody driving still be, oh man, here we go. And it's just travailing, man. Just groaning. Everything is upset because it's waiting on the children of God to be back in rulership, man. To finally get right with the Lord and stop sinning, man. Verse 23. And not only they, but ourselves also. So not only the land, not only, the trees, the grass. Hey, man, we waiting on it too. All the brothers and sisters is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, and we are patiently waiting until this day because of the, it's just like a movie. I was, watching the movie is the best part of it, because once it get, to the end in that last 15 minutes and, it kind of start putting the puzzle pieces back together, you sit back and be like, man, yeah, that was a good movie. It wouldn't be a good movie if it just jumped straight to the action and the end result. It'd be, 5 minutes. It wouldn't be worth it. It's like watching a reel while you scrolling social media. No, instead, they make it a 2-3 hour movie so you get invested. The character build up, it's got settings and stuff that you kind of get in tune with it. These movies might have, the car scenes and stuff in it, and, they on these islands, and, it make you just be like, oh, dang, you can kind of picture it. You know what I'm saying? It kind of give a image and resonate with your spirit, man. That's kind of what it's like in this day to day. It said, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves grown within ourselves. So you already know the children of God are the ones groaning the most, man. If the land is groaning, you know that we are. Said within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, and the redemption of our body. And we waiting for them glorified bodies. We waiting on northern kingdom and southern kingdom. to finally become one stick, man. Like it's saying in Ezekiel, man, we finally gonna be on one accord. We finally gonna be away from the idolatry. Finally gonna be away from willingly being in being under these heathens, man. We finally gonna have our own king. No more voting. Said brother was asking us about that at Friday night camp. First thing he walk up and ask her, he's like, "Who y'all vote for?" And man, we vote for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We're not voting for these wicked politicians that just lie to you, man. We're not looking for somebody else to rule over us and try to tell us how we need to be living our lives, man. Telling us what we need to be doing, what we need to be thinking. And that's madness, man. The Lord told us what to think. The Lord told us what to say. The Lord told us what to do, man. I'm going to go to 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And we looking for the new heavens and new earth, man. We're not talking about heavens just being on some damn cloud just floating around like some you see in Dragon Ball Z, man. Said heaven is going to be right here. This land is going to get wiped out. It's going to get burned down to the ground. It's going to be, and like the days of Sodom and Gomorrah ain't going to have nothing on when Babylon gets burned down, man. Everybody going hiss and wag their head at this, man. That finally the great whores got knocked down, man. It said we earnestly waiting on this thing, man. It said it's gonna be a new heaven and a new earth. It ain't gonna be like this, man. So the Lord said when he built up his kingdom, it's got many mansions. It's got roads that's paved with gold, man. And I ain't even talking about the gold, like, you know what I'm saying, the chain, the rings, the earrings, grills that brothers got. Hey, man, that gold ain't going to have nothing on the road. It's going to be transparent. It's going to be so beautiful we can't even actually fathom in our human minds what it's like, man. I'm going to get one more precept kind of wind down. Like I was saying, this is just something I've been thinking about today while I'm going through these long, dreadful hours at this wicked plantation, man. While I'm meditating on the words of the Lord and the things to come. The book of Proverbs, chapter 29, and verse number 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Says so, it's gonna be so beautiful when we in rulership, man, because it ain't gonna be nothing like this. Our people are not gonna be in a bondage, in the slavery mindset that our people are still walking around in. We're not gonna be fulfilling the lust of the flesh, man, just chasing after a different outlet after different outlet, trying to cleave on to everything outside of their nationality. It ain't gonna be no more of our people stepping around talking about that they damn kappas and all these other damn Greek mythologies and fraternities, sororities, and ain't gonna be no more gangs, no more our brothers killing each other. It ain't gonna be no more having to go to the grocery store to go get your fruit, man. We gonna finally be living in law, statutes, and commandments. Like there's a law about when you got a vineyard and like all the way at the edge of the vineyard, where people walking, and passing by, you don't even actually harvest that. You leave that there for passerbyers, man. You can't do that in this land. Try walking down the street where somebody got a garden where there's corn or something like that, and you just try to go grab some corn out the husk. You try to just go pick some fruit out the tree. And man, you're going to get locked up. We going to finally be out of them days, man. The land is finally going to get a rest every 7 years. We going to actually be keeping the feast days the way they supposed to. Like first fruits, like tabernacles. Them, it's your beginning and your ending of harvest, man. When you finally bring to the Lord, all that hard work that's been done all year, and you dedicate it back to the Lord, man. But coming out of the Feast of Dedication, we got to be dedicating our temples in these last days. Make sure that we getting closer to the Most High, so we can allow these things to come, and we don't prolong our own rulership, man, our own destiny. But I hope that y'all was edified, giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High God Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Shalom.